Early morning at Fowlanker, 8 kilometres north of Wisbeach in Cambridgeshire. Here, water from the North Level Tid pumping station flows into the tidal River Nene. Since Victorian times, the outflow of water at Fowlanker has been controlled by sluice gates. Over the next few weeks, the sluice is to be refurbished in a once-in-a-generation flood protection project. The sluice is a Grade 2 listed structure, a tidal gravity outfall designed by George Roberts Stevenson, built in 1859 for the North Level Commissioners. On every returning tide of the River Nene, estuarine silts are deposited into the drain bed. As a result of a failure of the timber mitre doors, silt is being deposited into the water storage pound, between the outfall structure and the pumping station, on each and every tide. The build-up of silt has restricted the pound's channel, reducing storage capacity, increasing the risk of flooding in the North Level District IDB catchment. Twice a day on a rising tide, silt-laden water quickly enters the drain and through the sluice into the water storage pound upstream. When operating correctly, the rise in water levels automatically closes the mitre doors, preventing saline water entering the pound. Following the tidal surge of the 5th of December 2013, it was noticed that with each tide a greater volume of water entered the water storage pound. A dive team inspection revealed the pair of timber mitre doors had failed, with the sill to the structure lifted, allowing tidal water to enter the pound. It is now imperative that the doors be replaced. The North Level main drain serves a catchment area of 15,000 hectares. The Fowlanker sluice discharges pumped water from the drain into the tidal River Nene, where it then flows for a further 10 kilometres into the Wash estuary. The silted banks and surrounded farmland are home to birds and other wildlife. Sightings of seals are often reported. During the course of the refurbishment, wildlife is undisturbed and unharmed. The first phase of work requires a team of professional divers to clear away silt from around the sluice gate doors. Working in pairs for safety, often for up to 2 hours at a time, the divers can only work by touch in the gloomy, silted water.
Yeah. Bottle is all the way open, quarter turn back. 215 in the bailout. Left surface.
Using compressed air, the divers disperse the silt, giving better access to the sluice gate doors. It's reported that the silt at this point is almost 2 metres deep. Meanwhile, upstream, between sluice and pumping station, work has commenced to increase the capacity of the water storage pond by removing the silt deposited over the previous 12 months. Working in partnership with the Environment Agency, the site is dredged and cleared using a mechanical drag line and other hired plant. The overgrown bank and silt are removed, increasing the channel's width and storage capacity. The contents of the holding pits are removed later and the site landscaped to enhance local habitat. Using a heavy lifting crane, the second phase of the project requires the installation of a coffer dam. The coffer dam uses recycled materials from previous refurbishments. This is the first of 2 cofferdam sections to be installed. The cofferdam is carefully lowered and fixed into place. Its purpose is to hold back tidal water, to provide a clear area around the sluice gate doors. This will aid the removal of the old gate doors and the installation of the new. Nothing goes to waste. Everything is recycled. The metalwork from the old-style guillotine sluice gate doors, now obsolete and removed earlier, is recycled. With the cofferdam in place, preparations to remove the first sluice gate door begin. The engineering team of Martin Childs Limited, overseeing the refurbishment project, carefully lifts out the first door. This is Vouwlanker Sluice's fourth refurbishment since 1859. Both the Vouwlanker Sluice refurbishment and the dredging works are funded from the Environment Agency National Recovery Fund. In total, a £700,000 flood protection project. The second sluice gate door is made ready for lifting. Water within the cofferdam wall continues to be pumped away. For the first time in almost 50 years, Vouwlanker Sluice is without its sluice doors. The new doors are made from Eki timber. The hinge plates, pots and pins from the old doors are reused. The new doors are prepared for lifting. But before lifting begins, the hinge placements and sluice gate fixtures are checked and cleaned. Great care is taken to manoeuvre the new door into place, safely and accurately.
Can you slew to your left, please? Can you slew to your left? Over there, please. Over there. Head up, please. Head up.
Each of the engineering team is harnessed to ensure their utmost safety.
Still rubbing down there, Sean?
Yeah, still rubbing down.
Leaning away from it. Slow down on the wire, please. Slow down on the wire.
Success! The first of the two new doors is in place. The second quickly follows, and all door hinges are secured. On the upstream facing side of the sluice, The winding gear, which faithfully served the sluice for many years, is now redundant, but returned to its original place, refurbished, looking as new, a reminder of times past and the heritage at Foulanker Sluice. The dredged and cleared water storage pond upstream is back to its full potential, ready for the next period of heavy rainfall coinciding with a high tide. And the north level main drain bankside is thriving, ironically seeing the gatekeeper butterfly make a timely guest appearance. Thanks to grant funding and partnership with the Environment Agency, the north level main drain catchment has increased flood protection. The original designs for the sluice for the north level commissioners in 1859 have stood in good stead for many years. North Level District Internal Drainage Board, with its partners, continues this tradition.